Hey, welcome back to the channel and to City Skylines. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. My name is Captain Gridlock, and today we're starting something a little bit different. We're stripping things down to the basics with brand new City Skyline series, more of a mini series. That's gonna challenge our city planning skills to the purest way possible. You know, I've been watching a lot of Conflict Nerd lately. I've been behind on a lot of his series and Software Inc. and especially City Skylines. Currently catching up on his Vanillaville series. Watching him create just using the basic game. No mods, no assets, nothing but pure vanilla features. It's mind-blowing to me. It sparked somewhat of a thought, what unique charm and challenges will we face on our journey here today? So here we are, about to embark on the city of Barebones. That's right, brand new city of Barebones. I'm sure you get why, kind of ironic, but so expect the unexpected as we navigate through the original tools and resources, relearning the limitations and surprisingly the flexibility of the vanilla game. It's about rediscovering the core city skylines, appreciating the game's roots, and pushing our creativity and resourcefulness to the limits. And speaking of roots, how could we not talk about the future? Yeah, I'm talking about the highly anticipated City Skylines 2. The buzz, the speculations, the wish list. It's on my wish list. I already pre-ordered it. It's all building up, and I'm right here with you, watching City Planner plays and Biffa play the game, and we get to just watch. So join me on the start of a new adventure that'll probably end in a week or so when City Skylines 2 comes out. But until then, we can enjoy City Skylines 1 together. And before we get started, just make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button again. Just in case you forgot about it, just hit it again just to make sure. So, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with this city. I know for a fact that we have to start, like we do with every other city, a bit of a interchange here to allow people to get in. I don't want to go too complex with it just because I don't want to sit here all day working on one intersection how I do with previous cities that I've done in the past. I've been playing City Skylines for, I don't want to say day one. It wasn't day one. It was like a year after release I got the game and started playing it and really got into how it all works. So we're going to start with a 6-lane road. Going to start very basic here. I think Conflict Nerd started his city like this. I promise we're not going to copy it to a T, but we're taking some ideas and inspirations that I've seen from different creators, and hopefully we can create something interesting. So it looks like so far, have we unlocked two one-way roads? We have. Okay. Once we get highway, and we'll probably make this into an actual interchange on the road, maybe a roundabout. Well, if we do a roundabout, we have to make it on our own, so maybe not a roundabout. So if you guys have watched Conflict Nerd, you guys know that easiest way to start a city is by something called a battery. And what a battery is pretty much just that. It gives you an easiest start to starting any city you will ever start. So the way we're going to start this one, easily, got a 6-lane road there going there. So we're going to grab our simple, if I can find it. There we go. 2-lane road. And we're going to start gridding out pretty much a basic grid for homes. And the way it'll work, I think you have to go 11, if I'm correct. Yeah, there we go. Go 11, go over 20, connect that. Now we can go over 10, up 20, connect there. And we're pretty much just going to grid a little bit on each side here. This will give us the chance to separate out our industries from our main city, from the residential and the businesses to keep the pollution away and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and grid out this thing here quickly and we'll see where we're at. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking about City Skylines 2 a little bit. They have that awesome tool that I'm just so excited to use, and you can pretty much build out grids by you click and just drag. It's going to be the easiest start to any city in the world just because you can really build out these grids that I'm building here in under 5 seconds. As I'm doing this, there isn't how much money I'm spending. Should probably gonna finish this grid here. We're gonna stop and I prioritize some basic resources like get electricity and water going and other things besides roads because you know just roads isn't gonna cut it. So let's go ahead and grab a power plant. Now there's coal and oil. The upkeep for coal is 560. It produces 40 megawatts. This produces 56 megawatts for 960. Okay, we go with coal. Keep it basic. Save some money. So we're gonna put this power plant pretty much on this. Let's see. We'll keep our industry on this side. Now, the reason I'm doing that is I plan on expanding our land once we get the tiles out this way and get some, tourism things going like that. So want to keep that area clean of pollution, keep industry out of there, and make sure it kind of looks nice and pretty for when we start doing things. I'm going to put the water here, downriver. I'm going to put the drain pipe. That way we don't have to worry about, do we need heating? I don't know if we need heating or not. I don't think so. I'm just going to start with basic roads, and unless it yells at me, I'm not going to provide any heating. Now, I know some people are very aware of where they place their roads. I, however, am not. So I'm just going to throw it down, and I'm sorry if it makes some of you cringe, but, it's not... It's one thing I'm excited for in City Skylines 2. It seems a bit easier to manage all the piping and cables and stuff like that. A lot of it goes under the roads where, in my opinion, it belongs. And if it looks pretty or not, doesn't really affect me one way or another. So we got basic piping down. Electricity will cover itself when people start building up. So we're kind of at the point where we need to start zoning because we are broke. So I'm going to zone all of this there. I'm going to get some commercial. I'm going to use it as a buffer to separate, the noise and the traffic from between the residential and the industries. That way people who live over here aren't going to complain about it, and I don't have to hear them complaining. So, I guess there's probably more reasons to it, but, it works and keeps people happy when they don't have to live next to giant machines. So industry is obviously going to be needed pretty soon. I'm going to go ahead and grid. Zone out these two. I'm going to let things build, and we'll go from there. So while that builds, can we do taxes yet? No. Are we producing a lot of water? Let's see. We're producing a lot of electricity and a lot of water. So what I'm going to do, lower this down to 75%. Lower our water production down to 75%. Let's save some money on that. Look, we're still producing a lot. We could probably drop these down to 50% if we really wanted to. Yeah, 50%. We're still producing enough water, enough electricity to keep everything running, and we're saving a bunch of money. So gonna let that keep going. Once taxes unlock, we're gonna... Oh, I see why. I almost panicked. I was like, there's no way that I was already proved wrong. But nope. There's no extension to reach that. So we're gonna do a temporary... Oh. We ran out of money. Okay, so hopefully this builds. Somebody build here, please. Build right there. If that builds, we'll be set. If it doesn't build, we're kind of in a weird spot. There it goes. So electricity should spread through there. There we go. And we need power lines. So we're gonna let the game speed up a little bit more so we can get a little bit more cash so we can actually connect those lines to the actual thing. So we need, if we go point A to point B, we need $1,300. We're sitting at $500 and bleeding, and we're not producing any money. Found a bit of a loophole. Lowered our budget for road maintenance and everything else too, and now we're making some sort of money. So once our money starts to go back up, which looks like it is, we can start to connect things. So how much is this wind turbine? $6,000. So that's obviously not the cheapest route. So we're going to start connecting this now. We can get a straightaway going all the way there. And as money comes in, we need to build this. So we need $560. So hopefully, oh, now we're bleeding money. This is not salvageable. Are loans unlocked yet? No, they're not. Wow. Okay, so it's been a long time since I've had a city fail on me, but it looks like that's where we're heading. Yeah, we're getting everything abandoned and kind of screwed. Well, looks like we're restarting. See you in a bit. All right, that's probably what I should have done at the beginning there. So we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to move on like nothing happened and continue with this new city. I'm going to upgrade these to one-way roads. They're going to face away, keeps traffic away from this main intersection here, and it'll just push the traffic down the road a little bit. So one thing I want to quickly do, though, is go through here and how do we do this again? See, if I played more vanilla, I'd probably know how to do this. But instead, I had to go in here and, figure out how to use these tools again. But luckily, a YouTube video helped me out a little bit there. So how do you actually, maybe because I have to have that closed. Junctions, there we go. Okay. I want to remove lights from this main road. There's no reason to have lights there. We're going to replace this with stop signs. I hate to say stop signs, but actually what we'll do is we'll leave stop signs on the sides there. We'll prioritize the moving traffic going down this main road, and we'll keep stop signs there just to keep some sort of safetiness and hopefully keeps traffic flowing. But now that we got that going, we can unpause the game finally. Hopefully not go in debt this time. Gonna go in here. Oh, there we go. Gonna go in here. Lower our budgets for everything for now. Once we stabilize our economy, we can up the stuff again. We don't have to worry about it. But for now, we're gonna lower it. Actually make some sort of an income. Gotta connect electricity before I run out of money and can't connect it and everybody moves out again. See, look at that. Oh, look, that's what we're missing. We're missing pipes. We're missing pipes. Gonna do that real quick. I know some of you are probably screaming at your TVs, at your phones, at your screens. Yeah, I'm missing the pipes. Luckily I saw it though. So the best way to do this, I guess technically if I go like that, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go up, skip one, on the second one, we'll go over. This should, does that cover that? We'll go from there to there and there to there. Temporarily, anyway. So we'll let this fill up. Look at this. We're already losing less money as we go. There's still a demand for population, and we're running out of space. So quickly, while that keeps expanding, I'm going to keep on gridding out. Just like that, everybody's nice and happy. We're making income, and it looks like we're moving in the right direction. So I know this looks kind of boring, as it is. It's a flat grid, and that's not the plan for the city. Plan on getting more creative with it. We're going to try to make it look at least vanilla as possible while using vanilla assets, which would probably be a little bit more complicated than I'd like to admit, but I'm sure we can come up with something pretty cool. So Next thing I want to do is honestly start building towards the beach. And I don't just want to build a straight, well, I guess eventually it'll just be a straight road going that way. But I want to start getting a little bit more creative with our grid immediately. Oh, we reached Little Hamlet. Unlock taxes, which is perfect. We can raise taxes, start making a bit more money. Unlocked education, a bunch of stuff. Healthcare garbage. Cool. Another thing I'm excited for in City Skylines 2. When you unlock different things, you don't have to provide every single service immediately. You're not overwhelmed with 9 billion things to do because your population's freaking out because you don't have enough school, because you don't have, a clinic in the first 10 seconds of starting a city. It gives you time to adjust. It gives you time to really feel out what you want to do, and you unlock things but with points, and you take your time with it. But with this, kind of feels like you're being pushed a bit. But luckily, what happens when I'm talking and working at the same time? So, speaking of the grid, we're going to continue on. Going to go from here. Going to start breaking up the grid a little bit. I don't want to go too crazy because we know what happened last time when I went too crazy and we lost a bunch of money. So which way kind of points directly towards that way? So if we put a road there and expand it 2 more just to have the room. So the grid is theoretically going to continue. However, it's not going to end up looking like a giant block. It'll start breaking out in these, I want to say fancy because it's not really fancy, in these different looking grids. So with this, oops, let's not do that. I'm going to skip the 2. And we're going to have 2 different grids, pretty much. That's the whole point of this. So once this new grid gets established, we can start continuing this way, start moving towards the beach, and eventually get to like a coastal type of feel to the city. So, are we already not producing enough electricity? See what happens when I cut down the budget? Things start breaking. So I'm gonna up the electricity back up. Oh, not to 150. We'll go 100. I don't think the night budget actually matters because we're playing in. I have the nights turned off, I'm being honest. I have it off because I don't like dealing with it, and I think that's okay. Gonna go ahead and up our budgets all the way to 100 again. 102, 99. Oh, all right, there we go. Bam, 100. So we're still making a profit, even though back to 100. So hopefully we keep making money and we don't start bleeding money eventually. I'm going to keep expanding the grid, and we're going to keep expanding our residential areas. We want to hit the demand as quickly as possible. We don't have to deal with it down the road. I'm going to put in a couple sections of commercial within the residential. That way it splits up the heavy commercial traffic that comes through the city, and citizens don't have to travel as far to get their basic needs met. So let's get that going. So now that we're making an income, we have population growth. I really want to start looking forward to our first public services campus. Now, with mods, you could very easily go pretty crazy with city services campuses and build a bunch of crazy stuff. But without mods, it's kind of more difficult to do more of the creative stuff without making it look kind of jank. So we're going to do our best as we can. Probably not much of a campus, probably just, I guess you can call it a campus. Going to have our clinic here. Keep it off of the main street. Always want to do that. Wow, we're just bleeding through our money, huh? All right, we got a clinic, so people can start being a little bit happier that we're providing at least basic healthcare. So I'm going to speed it up until we get enough for school here, which should be just a couple seconds. Is that the clinic? That is the clinic. What is that? Oh, that's the clinic right there. Why can't I? That's what I want to do. Sorry for your home. It'd probably stop zoning places I want to place things. We got the school across the street. We got the clinic. Just start serving our population with basic education and medical needs. So with that, looks like we're getting a backlog of trash. So I'm gonna quickly go in here. I really wish we could have the recycling, even the incineration plant. 1440, 240 a week per recycling center. What's the point of how much trash does this process? 24,000 a week. That's just a landfill. I'm gonna go with the recycling center. Try to keep things as less polluted as possible, even though we have a giant industry zone, which will eventually be replaced by the industry's DLC stuff. So once you get the $16,000, I'll place this down and we'll continue from there. So unless people start leaving their homes, we'll keep an eye on it. But while we're waiting for that money, it looks like we reached Worthy Village, and because of that, looks like we got a little boost in our money there. Looks like we unlocked a new tile. We unlocked the new tiles. District's policy, second loans, which we never, hopefully, don't have to use. Emergency services and police department. We also unlocked forestry, specialization, agriculture. That's something that I really want to get into early on. Industries can really bring you a bunch of money, so we're gonna work towards that as quickly as possible. Let's put a recycling center here next to our coal power plant. Hopefully they don't cause any issues. So does this cost money to move? That does cost money to move. For now, we're just gonna leave it because I don't have the money to really be throwing things around like that. So we're gonna speed it up a little bit, see how our demands are. We see the trucks going out immediately, servicing our citizens' needs, and hopefully they stop complaining about it a bit too much. So looks like we still have a need for commercial. I'm gonna put down some more commercial lots. Gonna make this a bit of a commercial area down here too. Here we go. The 4x4s there, 4x4 there. A couple more businesses, and it spreads out the traffic again. So next I want to look at what kind of land we have here. Like, where is our agriculture? Where's our natural resources? So right here is pretty much prime land for a farm. So before we go too crazy and expand that way, it looks like we're just at the border, and it's going to be perfect for a farm. So what I'm going to do is leave it right here. And next time we come in, we're going to build a farm. We're going to build an awesome farm. Going to be called the Barebones Farm because it's going to be pretty bare bones if I'm being honest. It's not going to be nothing too crazy, but it'll meet the needs of our citizens. So with that, I'm going to place down basic police station, get some fire services going. Once you get these fire services going, can't even afford it, $12,000. So since we can't afford it, I'm going to say now, I'm going to let the game run for a bit in the background. I'm going to leave this episode here. We'll see you guys in the next one, and let me know what you guys want to see with this city before City Skylines 2 comes out. I'm going to try to get as many episodes of this as I can out before the launch of City Skylines 2, because I guarantee you once that game comes out, we're probably not going to see much content from the city. I'll try to continue it, but we'll see what happens. So all for now, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.